Do you need to have a large amount of followers to sell your art? Welcome to my new series, which is all about helping artists and makers grow an audience so that we can sell more of our art, craft and handmade products. Now, this series runs parallel to my existing series, which is about how to sell more of your art. But in order to sell our art, we also need to have an audience to sell to. And so the question comes in, well, do you need to have lots of followers to make lots of sales? First of all, I'm sure most of us know that the amount of followers we have does not necessarily equate to the amount of sales that we're going to get. As an art business mentor, I have worked with many artists who actually have large social media followings who aren't making any sales. But at the other end of the scale, I also work with lots of artists and makers who have very small followings. That would actually be my typical student who is really struggling to grow their social media. They have tiny followings, like we're talking 100, 200 people, definitely under 1,000, or they have hit some sort of plateau with their follower count. And so this is a discussion about, well, do you need to grow your followers? Do you need to have a large amount of following if you want to get sales? And the answer to that is, well, yes and no. First of all, you don't need to have followers to grow a successful business. And the reason I say that is because my own jewelry business does not need to rely on social media to bring in sales. But that is because I have an existing customer base, and I got that customer base primarily because for the last 20 out of 30 odd years that I've been a jeweler, I've had some form of customer facing studio. That means that people are coming in to see me. And typically speaking, I'm growing that audience via referrals. However, I no longer have a customer facing studio, and therefore I do rely on social media to bring me in new customers. I don't need social media with my older customers who stay with me long term. But if I want to reach a new audience, then yes, I absolutely need to have some sort of following on social media, because that's where I'm going to showcase my work and put myself in front of a new audience. And so really the point of this video is that whilst the number of followers that you have does not necessarily equal the amount of sales that you're going to get, we still need to have some form of audience. Where is your audience coming from? If you're not going to do social media, where are you going to find people to sell to? And really, that's my question. What is your answer to that?